Watching a wild action movie with a police chase scene can sometimes take you out of your seat. But what if it was a true, lifelike scene caught on live camera? That would be thrilling to see in real time, as no one knows what could happen next. Using vehicles of all sizes from 18-wheeler trucks to skateboards, these daring escapades from authorities are quite fascinating to watch. Here are the 10 greatest police chases of all time. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more awesome top 10s. And make sure to hit the notification bell so that you know when we publish new videos. Let's cut to the chase. Number 10. One reckless drunk driver from California pulled off an interesting feat. The story started when the driver of a Kia Optima car ignored the police officers trying to pull him over. The chase went on from Lancaster to Kern County until he stopped along the way to get another mode of transport, a Toyota Tacoma pickup truck. Driving a stolen pickup truck, he then tried going off-road and later abandoned the vehicle after crashing in the desert. It didn't end there, as he tried to run away and hide under a bush. When he found the perfect opportunity, he snuck and stole a police car. Luckily for him, the police officers chasing after him left the key in the ignition. Using the police car, he even passed another one without the officers noticing it. In the end, he was cornered and forced to surrender. Number 9. A 29-year-old woman from Texas named Caitlin Rodriguez was already wanted by the police due to illegal drugs. While driving her Mercedes SUV, police officers tried to pull her over to arrest her. But the lady decided she's not going to jail so fast. As she zoomed her car more than 100 kilometers per hour down Route 90, Rodriguez had her baby seated in the back seat. She had no plans of stopping until she hit the back of a pickup truck. The chase didn't end there, though, as she jumped out of her car and carried her baby out with her. While running on foot, she spotted a vehicle to carjack. However, carjacking while carrying a baby proved to be quite a challenge for her. Before she could even open the door of the car, the police had already caught her. Luckily, the baby was not hurt. Number 8. A 52-year-old woman named Julie Ann Rainbird was chased by police one day in Los Angeles. This lady not only stole an RV trailer truck, but also the owner's identity, who was buying a motorcycle in Simi Valley. The police tried to pull her over, but she refused to stop. Thus, the chase began. She hit at least 6 other cars, as well as a palm tree. Due to frequent crashes, the passenger's side was widely opened because it was shredding. Interestingly, she also brought her 2 dogs with her. While she struggled to escape the cops, one of her dogs jumped out of the vehicle, sniffing the danger of the situation. The other dog remained in the lap of the criminal. She even tried to run on foot, but was later subdued by police. Her unwilling furry accomplices were also caught and taken safely into custody. Number 7. These 2 house burglars became instant celebrities, at least for a while, as they drove off with a stolen Mustang convertible while being chased by the police. These 2 young hotshots, a 20-year-old driver and his 19-year-old passenger, seemed to enjoy the chase. While driving the highways of Los Angeles, the driver skidded the car with circular donuts and continued the high-speed chase from South LA to the northbound 110 and 101 freeways until they stopped because their tires became unsurprisingly flat. Interestingly, the duo made a fan base whom they greeted, exchanged high fives with, hugged, and took selfies with before they were arrested. They calmly surrendered and acted cool, knowing they got the public's attention. Number 6. A 31-year-old guy from Los Angeles named Mitchell Timothy Table made what should have been just a simple police stop into a 60-mile race with the cops that ended in an accident. It all started when he was asked by a police officer to pull over his SUV due to an illegal lane change, but he refused to stop. As he sped up, the police failed to slow him down. They tried to use stop sticks to subdue the runaway vehicle, but he easily avoided it. He continued driving at high speeds that exceeded 100 kilometers per hour on a highway with a high volume of vehicles. The police tried to box him in, which didn't work either as he bumped his way out. The pursuit was 60 miles long as the police chased him down carefully, fearing for public safety until he finally crashed into another SUV. Table's car flipped over before it stopped completely. Fortunately for both the involved drivers of the high-speed collision, they both came out alive. Number 5. This is an unusual police chase due to the choice of vehicle. A 42-year-old unemployed man stole a lumber truck and gave Texas one of the state's wildest police chases. He took it on an adventure lasting about 1.5 hours. He seems to be having the time of his life doing donuts and even waving on cheering pedestrians. Though people were enjoying the craziness of the situation, the dangers were apparent and were quickly getting disruptive to the town's traffic. The officers shot the back tires, hoping to stop the crazy driver. The 18-wheeler created sparks as the truck's mags rubbed against the pavement. A few seconds later, the back of the truck caught on fire. Driving a burning vehicle, the man still refused to stop, hitting a school bus that injured a student passenger. Eventually, he was forced to stop and was arrested. Number 4. In Los Angeles, a man stole a BMW sedan, leading to this wild chase. He tried to make his way out by speeding through red lights and dangerously overtaking cars. Soon, he was caught in the middle of high-volume traffic. But that didn't deter his confidence, and he even hit the back of another vehicle. The guy was persistent. He got off the car and took off on his trusted skateboard, trying to put some distance between him and his pursuers. He ran into incoming traffic and hopped onto his board after reaching the sidewalk, for only a few meters though, until he ran on foot again. Unexpectedly, a pickup truck blocked his path, which helped the cops corner and capture him. And who was the pickup driver? It wasn't just a concerned citizen passing by. As it turns out, it was reality show celebrity Lou Pizarro who helped put a stop to the chase. At least the guy ended up with a cool story to tell in jail. Number 3. Texas never seems to run out of wild police chases, but this time, it's in open fields with a soaking end. It all started when a guy stole a pickup truck and refused to pull over for obvious reasons. He then goes to the wide open fields from the country roads so it would be hard to corner him. He seems to enjoy the chase as he even tries doing a donut and maneuvers through a bunch of police cars. However, he began to panic as the officers started to shoot at him. He recklessly drove the stolen vehicle at 100 kilometers per hour until he could no longer control the car and went splashing into a pond nearby. He still persistently carries on as he swims his way out to the swamp and is still hoping he can outrun his chasers. A few minutes later, police officers finally caught up to him and put him soaking wet into the patrol car. Number 2. While most 10-year-olds think about their school assignments, one boy from Oklahoma had something a bit different in mind. A kid that could barely see behind the steering wheel made news as he tried to drive his aunt's car at high speeds while being chased by police officers. According to reports, this wasn't the first chase he's been on. The first one took about 20 minutes until he was forced to pull over using stop sticks. 2 weeks later, he did it again, but this time managed to avoid the stop sticks, but was then later forced to stop as the officers cornered him. Thankfully, the boy was not hurt on both tries. When asked, the boy said he did the first one because he was bored. The second one happened because his mother forcibly took away his PlayStation. Talk about tantrums. Number 1. What could be much worse than a 10-year-old boy driving a car? Probably a 9-year-old girl driving a vehicle with her 9-year-old brother as a passenger. This is the case of the siblings who might be out of their curious young minds and tried to drive their parents' car. At first, there's a call to the police about a reckless driver driving in the wrong lane. The officers were later shocked to discover that it was a couple of young kids behind the wheel. As the children saw police cars escorting them, they panicked and drove into a ditch. Thankfully, the vehicle was slow and none of the kids were hurt. Because they were juveniles, the police didn't reveal their identity. But surely, their parents have been reprimanded severely by authorities because of this incident. And there you have the top 10 greatest police chases of all time. Did you like what you saw? Let us know in the comments below. Share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fantastic top 10 lists. See you next time!